notify everybody, all the contributors in it. And I passed Artorama on the way here, which is where I got this for Art House, for the cover of it. When I first moved here and I saw this little spinning guy, I was like, that's so funny, I have to photograph this thing. So anyway, this collection book is called Art House, and it has stuff from both literary magazines that I edit, and here is a bit of poetry reminded from the book. This one, which also has an Instagram photo, I might as well show it to you. I've got the theater from Pompeii in this thing for the short poem called, there you go, called Ominous Day.
I'm from Elgin.
As a gladiator here, I proudly drew my sword and fought. I was revered in Pompeii, winning too many battles to count. On one ominous day, when I saw Mount Vesuvius erupt, I drew my sword and charged toward that mountain.
So there's no way that I can
No idea if anybody did anything like that. I think people were just frozen and couldn't believe what was happening at the time. Anyway, this was done in a show in Chicago last year at Gallery Cabaret. This is called Being God.
I got it.
Oh, yes, sir.
Where do I go?
It's about relationships. It's still being God. I'm tired of dying for your sins over and over again. And why is it that I'm the one doing that's doing all the dying and you're the one that's doing all the sinning? I don't think you're learning your lesson. I'm tired of taking this knife to my hands over and over again, giving myself the stigmata. The blood gets all over my clothes and I can never get the stains out. And for what? For you to see how I suffer? I'm tired of being humble when I'm supposed to be the one with all the power. Over and over again, you come to me. I become your servant, and never are you bowing to me. I don't even get a thank you. I'm tired of preaching to the converted. Well, the converted aren't even really listening. They're snoring in the back rows while I deliver my sermon, and there's no air conditioning in here, and I'm sweating. I'm tired of coming to you and healing the sick, taking away the problems over and over again, giving you something to look forward to, and all I have is an eternity of waiting for someone to take my place and tend to my wounds. I'm tired of giving the earth up to you, watching the devil's work be done, and you know, he's just sitting down there looking up at me and laughing over and over again, because it's so easy for him when he doesn't have to work. I'm tired of being your salvation over and over again. You turn to me and I have no one to turn to but myself. It's a real pain, you know, being your own God since no one can save me from me. I'm tired of being your teacher, handing you what you need on a silver platter and waiting for that stupid collection plate, and someone is always taking out of it from the back row. I know who you are, you who leave me nothing. I'm tired of wearing this crown of thorns over and over again. The needles prick my skin, and even gods bleed. At least this one does. And when I ask you to wipe the blood out of my eyes, well, I can't see you anywhere. I'm tired of being something for everybody when everyone is nothing for me. Maybe the devil has the right idea, you know. Maybe I'll just sit back and wait for you to miss me as you wonder, who's your Messiah now? A bunch of short ones. I like this one. Oh, about this. A poet walks into a coffee shop, sees a rabbi, a father, and a mom. And the poet thinks, I should write a poem about this. Little filler pieces. Ends of the earth.
Ticket tomorrow.
I would go to the ends of the earth to have you with me once again. My baby, my love, you are my life. I don't know what they do to the
Look, John.
This one is from
I have a ticket to Mars.
This is from a show about it's called Duck Comes in Threes. And this is from a poem, Sometimes It's Not. Turn back the hands of time, but maybe I might still think that I could live forever again. This is part of the show and it won't make sense, but I'm going to read it. It's called Imagining Friends and Loved Ones. Day in and day out, I would stay in a hospital room, and I was really going nuts. I imagined my friend Brian, who now lives in San Francisco, becoming my roommate, dressing up in an old lady's clothes so that no one would recognize him, and no one would think that he was my friend visiting me, so that I would have someone to talk to while I was sitting there all alone, all by myself, day in and day out. No, my friend Brian never visited me, and I did have an old lady for a roommate, and no, I never talked to her, but I kept thinking to myself that this is how I could keep myself sane, by imagining that a stranger was a friend, just so I could get through the days. Haiku ones, and it's got a little keyboard, and that's why I have little Instagram things on my little pictures. This one's called Keyboard. My hands, my fingers slammed against the keyboard to make the world better. This one is called Quake. Thunder and lightning illuminate death. You quake. Welcome to your doom. This is what Lillian's for. And we'll end with a prose poem on the back of the book. This is called Scars, and it is actually the reason why this whole thing is called Scars Publications. Because of this thing that I'm reading at the end of this book. Scars.
I'm just noticing that.
Like when the Grossman's German Shepherd bit the inside of my knee. I was babysitting 2 girls and a dog named Roscoe. I remember being pushed to the floor by this dog. I was on my back, kicking as this dog was gnawing on my leg. And I remember thinking, I can't believe a dog named Roscoe is attacking me. And all this time I was thinking that I had to be strong for these 2 little girls who were watching it all. I couldn't cry. Or when I stepped off Scott's motorcycle at 2 a.m. and burned my calf at the exhaust pipe. I was drunk when he was driving, and I was careless, and I swung my leg over the back. It didn't even hurt when I did it, but the next day, it blistered and peeled. It looked so inhuman. I had to bandage it for weeks. Like when I was little, I was roller skating in the driveway and I fell. My parents yelled at me, "Did you crack the sidewalk?" Or like when I was kissing someone and I scraped my right knee against the wall. Or maybe it was the carpet. When someone asked me where that scar is from, I tell them I fell. Or when I was riding a bicycle and I fell with my front wheel skidding in the gravel. I had to walk home. Blood was dripping from my elbow to my wrist. I remember thinking the blood looked thick, but that nothing hurt. I sat on the toilet seat cover while my sister cleaned me up. It was a tiny bathroom. It felt like the walls were falling in on me at any time. Years later, I can still see the dirt from under my skin on my elbows. Or when I was 5 and my dad called me a swear word because I made a mess in the living room. I didn't. Or like when I scratched my chin when I had the chicken pox.
Stacy, you